Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
What's going on, LumioseStation? ShadyPenguinn here, bringing you another episode of Pokemon Scrabble. This is episode number 15, and before we get started, if you can, please show some Shady love to that like button right below this video, because your support on this series, on this community channel, LumioseStation, really does mean everything. We do everything we do here for you guys, the viewers. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to pick our 6 letters out of this Scrabble bag. I'm sure you guys know the routine by now. We're going to pick 6 letters and make a team out of those 6 letters. Our first letter is going to be... It's going to be a K. So the K, that's a really good letter. There's some really good Pokemon K, and it's a 5-point letter. That is huge. That is awesome. That is fantastic. And you guys should be building your teams along in the comment section below. Our next letter is a P. So there we go. We have K and P. Almost PK. Hey, PK showing up, a guest in this week's episode, only not really. It's just in letter form. We have a J. Look at all these high letters. We got PKJ. That is a 5, 3, and an 8. Oh my goodness. Our fourth letter is going to be an A. We have an A right there. And then our fifth letter is going to be not a B, it's going to be a T. So we have a T right there. That is PKJAT, PKJat. And our final letter for this week is going to be... it's going to be an X. We have an X. Of course we have an X. We have an X. So we have really high point values this week. That's K, P, J, A, T, X. Make your teams. Leave them in the comment section below. I love reading your teams and seeing how much better I could have done and how much better you guys are than me. I really do enjoy that, to be honest. You guys are really awesome at team building. When we come back, I will have my team built and an opponent ready. I will see you in just a moment. Alright, LumioseStation, so we are back, and I have my opponent, Greg. Grabbed him from my Twitter. Remember, if you want a chance to be in one of these episodes, follow me on Twitter and look out for when I'm tweeting about the Pokemon Scrabble Battle. I'm going to go ahead and show you my team that I chose for X. We obviously chose Xatu. Kind of have to. No Xerneas, I know. Boring, but whatever. For J, I chose Jolteon because I love Jolteon, and I actually brought a Quick Feet Jolteon. Purposely, I want to see if I can get it to work. It's running Choice Specs. I really want to get it slapped with the Quick Feet so that it has Choice Specs and Choice Scarf. I just want to try it. Then we have the fantastic Crocodile, Porygon 2, Alakazam for A, and Torkoal is our sweeper, special sweeper, Shell Smash. We know that our Amistar got off the sweep last week, and we want to see if we can get another one off. It's not necessary, but I really love Torkoal, and I'd like to create the opportunity for that to happen. My opponent is bringing a powerful UU team. It's got a Lantern, Go-Goat, Fortress, Honchkrow, Infernape, and Alakazam. I'm really scared of that Fortress, to be completely honest with you guys, because I don't have anything to get rid of hazards. I mean, I have the Magic Bouncer. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. He has something immune to electric type attacks, which stinks. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start out with my Torkoal, predicting him to start out with his... what do you call that gosh darn thing? His Fortress. And the only reason why I'm doing that is so that I can bait him into safely assuming, hey, I'm going to go for a Flamethrower, but I'm actually going to hard switch out into my Xatu so that I can bounce back the incoming rocks, as I do think that's what he's going to do if he opens up with his Fortress. So we do have something to bounce back. We just don't have anything to get rid of hazard. So he opens up with a Simibraz, which is going to be his monkey of a dude. And I'm okay with that because I can take any hit this thing wants to dish out, to be completely honest. And I can actually go for a... I can predict the... oh, you know what? I'm going to go for an Earth Power, as it's super effective on the Infernape. And he's going to go for a Fake Out. I'm going to show that I do not have the Rocky Helmet. And that's going to be a huge sign that this is actually a Shell Smashing Torkoal. I'm looking at his team right now. And I'm actually really tempted to open up with a Shell Smash. I don't know. You know, let's just go for an Earth Power, predicting the Lantern to come out. He's actually going to straight up go for a Close Combat. That's kind of good for us because his special defense is going to drop. Both of his defenses are going to drop. And I'm going to be able to get an Earth Power off. I got to open up a notepad and keep track of our points. Remember, we get points for every time we get a kill. Earth Power is not going to take the Infernape out because he does pack the Focus Sash, unfortunately. Special defense falls even further. Now, I do think he is going to go for another close combat to try to finish off this Torkoal. I don't want to waste this Torkoal just yet. I'm going to go out into Xatu because I do actually resist the close combat like a monster. So we're going to be able to take that up just fine. Oh, he actually predicts that and goes for a Thunder Punch. That stinks, yo. Such a good play by my opponent. Oh, wow. All right, well, I need this. I need this thing so bad. I guess I'm going to get rid of Torkoal. I guess I am. Shoot, I'm going to get rid of Torkoal. Wow, I really wish I had stayed in with Torkoal right there, but unfortunately I predicted the close combat, and he went perfectly for the Thunder Punch, so that was really perfect for my opponent's part. And he packs the Fire Punch, so he does not pack anything else. Close combat. Unfortunately, it looks like a Fire Punch is going to take me out from that range. I will actually, you know what, I'm going for a Shell Smash on the off chance I live. He's going for the close combat. Never mind, I'm dead. I'm dead, 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 I'm dead. So I could have actually taken that Fire Punch very well. Fortunately, Torkoal, you are not doing any sweeping today because of my poor form. Had I got, well, I don't think even with the Shell Smash would I outspeed initially. But now that I know he doesn't have the Mach Punch, I'm actually free to go out to my Alakazam, which I believe outspeeds. Actually, I'm going into Jolteon since it actually outspeeds. Now, let's go into Alakazam. I'm going to go into Alakazam only because I don't want to go into Jolteon, try to go for a Volt Switch, and he comes in with this Lantern. That would be a huge issue. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go for the safe Dazzling Gleam. It is super effective on this, and it is also, ooh, he outspeeds! Man, I gotta waste my Focus Sash. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Inferni, what's your base speed? How the heck are you outspeeding me right now? How the heck are you outspeeding me right now? 108. Oh, man. Tell me, I'm not timid. I'm modest, aren't I? I am modest. And I'm sure his gosh darn... Go for the Shadow Ball. I'm sure he's going to go for the Shadow Ball himself, and he's going to actually be a Mega, which means he's definitely not modest. He's definitely timid. He's outspeeding, and he's about to put the work into my life, honestly. He's going to trace my Magic Guard, which stinks. That's actually a really good ability from that, and he does go for the Shadow Ball, and Alakazam goes down too. Wow, we're getting popped. We haven't gotten popped on Pokemon Scrabble in a long time, so you know, if we get popped, that's just what happens this week. Oh my goodness, wow. All right, Alakazam. Because Dazzling Gleam, he hurts my, he really can take out my Crocodile too. Something tells me he doesn't have it though. I want to believe that he doesn't have it. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have it. It just means that I want to believe it. I think that Elk can take, my Porygon 2 can take one hit, and I can actually go ahead and just go for some damage. I'm going to get two-shotted, to be fair. I'm going to trace the Magic Guard as well, so we're both Magic Guard right now. I'm actually just going to go for the Tri-Attack. It is my strongest move. As long as he doesn't have the Focus Blast, and if he doesn't, then I know he definitely has Dazzling Gleam. Okay, he definitely has Dazzling Gleam. He's going to proceed to go out into his Golf Ball Fortress. And unfortunately, as much as I... Ooh, look at that, not damage. That is not damage. I really want to predict the Stealth Rock here. I really do think he's going to Stealth Rock. I'm going to go into Xatu. He's probably going to Volt Switch, predicting that, but I'm going to really hope that he doesn't. I'm going to really hope that he is just wanting to get rocks up to kill my Xatu before it comes back in. He does, in fact, I get Stealth Rocks up in his side of the field. That is one thing that's going right now. Xatu getting the rocks up, that is beautiful. Another good thing is that I will outspeed and I will be able to go for the Roost before he can actually go for the Volt Switch. You can tell by the turn of leftovers, I had my leftovers first while Fortress had his leftovers second. That means that I'm definitely going to outspeed. No problemo. We can go for the Roost here because I don't really want to just Thunder Wave this thing and try to hope for Para because I would probably die to a Volt Switch even though it's not stab. We'll see how much it does right here. Actually, he's going to go for the Rapid Spin. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Definitely a brilliant play on my opponent's part. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave. I don't think he's going to bring in the Lantern predicting the Thunder Wave. I think the Toxic is a little bit too common on Xatu and much more of a threat to the Lantern. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a nice Thunder Wave here. Don't want to U-turn just yet, and I want to keep my Xatu around. I'm really hoping he's going to withdraw. I want to see anything but that Lantern. Oh my gosh! I really can't believe that. Luckily, it's just Volt Absorb, but still, it's really unfortunate luck. It's really, 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 really unfortunate luck. I'm going to go ahead, and I kind of want to U-turn out. But I'm going to predict a sub, and I'm going to go for a Psychic. Might be over-predicting here, but I don't think he's going to go for an Electric-type move. I have a Jolteon and a Crocodile. He does, in fact, go for the Scald, predicting the Crocodile. That is going to be a crit. No burn, thankfully, but that is a crit, and that stinks a lot. I could go for a Roost here to Roost up. We see no leftovers on that Lantern, interestingly enough. But I think I'm actually going to predict the Electric-type attack here at this point. Actually, he's probably going to predict a Roost and go for another Scald. Let's go for a Roost and scout what he does, because I can take any hit. We're going to see if he does go for the Electric-type attack. I don't think he will, because I have both a Jolteon and a Crocodile left. And Jolteons do normally carry the Volt Absorb, or the, yeah, I think it's Volt Absorb. So, unfortunately, he gets the burn on the second Scald. I guess that's kind of normal for that to happen. At this point, this Xatu is completely worthless. I almost want to go for a Psychic, but it's also not really a smart idea. I'm going to go ahead and U-turn out. I think the best thing to do is to go out into our Porygon. I know this U-turn is not going to do anything at all, but I'm just glad I don't see the leftovers on this Lantern. I'm going to go ahead and go out into my Porygon. As much as I want to predict an Electric-type move and go into Crocodile and gain so much momentum, I can't do it. And plus, if he goes... Oh, that's another thing. I have Volt Absorb right now. He does go for the Ice Beam, predicting the Crocodile. But I'm going to be able to take that quite nicely, and I can actually proceed to go ahead and go for a Tri-Attack here. Now, he could very well switch out into his Fortress. I know that his Fortress no longer... Ooh, Signal Beam. I know that Fortress does not actually have the Volt Switch. I'm very comfortable with that. I'm surprised he went for Signal Beam. He might just be testing things out. Scald would do the most damage right now against me. We can actually go ahead and go for a Tri-Attack here. He might predict that and switch out. No big deal if he does. He does, and he is probably going to go out into his Fortress. I do need my Porygon 2 around no matter what. Hopefully I can get some sort of hacks here. A burn would be nice, or a para. Give me something. No bones are thrown in my direction today. No bones are thrown in my direction. We're definitely under the 8 ball, behind the 8 ball here. I'm going to go ahead and go out into Xatu, because even though it's super obvious, and I know that he could just spin those rocks away, I'm going to do it regardless. I have a reason. He is going to go for the Gyro Ball, though, and that might actually kill. So he's got Gyro Ball, Rapid Spin, Stealth Rocks. That's not going to kill, thankfully. And I can actually get a Roost off here if I please. But I almost want to predict the switch and go for a U-turn. I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to... or could Thunder Wave. No, I'm going to predict the switch and go for a U-turn. Darn it! He does not switch. That is a bad time for me. This means he's probably going for a Gyro Ball. Which means I can actually go out into Jolteon. Because it is resisted. But even with that... I actually have to go into Jolteon because it's resisted. It's like my only option. I have to go into Jolteon because it's resisted. I have to. I have to do it. I have to do it. It's going to go for the Gyro Ball here. I'm pretty much positive that he's going to switch out into the Lantern. Unfortunately, he has all the momentum, and his Golf Ball is just gaining HP steadily with these leftovers. He might take advantage and try to get his rocks up here, which would, honestly, at this point, I kind of think I just got to let it happen, to be honest. So with that in mind, I think I can go for a Shadow Ball. I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball. Still doesn't resist Ghost anymore. He is going to withdraw. A Choice Spec Shadow Ball might two-shot the Lantern, so that's why I wanted to do that. He is going to go out into the Lantern. He has less than 50% left. I actually think this double Shadow Ball is going to take him out. That is one. And this follow-up one will take him out. If he wants to, he can go out into his... he can go out into really anything he wants to if he really wants to preserve this Lighthouse. But I think Jolteon... Nope, he is going to switch out. Who got the first kill? He goes out into the Go-Goat to take the Shadow Ball. He better hope that I don't get a special D-drop. Because it might... it's not a 2 KO. Another Pokemon with leftovers. His Infernape was killed by... Shoot. I think it was killed by Porygon. No. Torkoal? No. Alakazam. Was it? I think it was. I think it was. Alakazam did kill, so we got 1 point for that, but that was really it. So this Go-Goat is here. Must have been brought out for a reason. He might just Leech Seed. I'm going to go for a match. I'm going to go out into Xatu at this point because I resist the stab. I should outspeed actually on the following turn unless this thing is an offensive speedy type of Go-Goat. He is going to go for the Leech Seed Magic Bounce even though it's not going to land. It's still a nice time for me to be able... Oh, that's not a nice time. That's not a nice time at all. I see that I outspeed this thing, and he's at +1. That was an amazing... Oh my gosh, my opponent is... That is fantastic. I'm actually going to go ahead and go for the Thunder Wave here. He had no reason not to Leech Seed at that point. It's a free +1. I don't even know what Howl. It's a free Howl. If I go into this, and if not, he got some recovery off. So I'm going to paralyze him. He goes for the Leaf Blade. He is at +1, so even though I resist it, I'm pretty sure that is going to take me out. It actually does. Perhaps if I wasn't burned, I wasn't gaining all of that residual damage, I would have had a chance to survive. At least the Go-Goat's paralyzed. I don't know what that means for us, but the Go-Goat's paralyzed. We don't really have much to take this thing on. We can actually go out into our... we can go into the Porygon. And not many things on his team wants to take an Ice Beam at this point. He might actually go ahead and go out into the Fortress here, which would make the most sense. I actually almost want to predict that. You know what? It doesn't even matter if he gets his rocks up at this point, though. I'm going to stay in here, and I'm going to go for an Ice Beam. He does have that +1. He might stay in. He does, in fact, stay in. As I get an Ice Beam off, this will do a good chunk of damage, probably a little under 40%. It does do under 40. He goes for the EQ, gets it off. Even though he's at +1, it's not going to do much at all. There is no stab involved in that attack. I can actually take this opportunity and go for a recover if I want to have any chance of winning this. I'm going to need to recover up with this Porygon too. He's probably going to switch out now into the Fortress, get his hazards up finally. Based Goat, another shiny Go-Goat is going to get switched out as he goes into Golf Ball, his Fortress. I don't have anything for this Fortress. To be honest, this team, unfortunately, is lacking that fire power. And I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it at all. I almost brought my HP Fire Jolteon, if that means anything, but I don't think it does. We can actually go ahead. I can go into Crocodile. I mean, I don't know how much Crocodile can really do to this thing. And it's an Earthquake, which is neutral. But then again, what is this thing going to do to me? Not much at all. So let's go ahead and go out into Crocodile. We have to save this. We have to save Porygon 2 for that Alakazam. It's the only thing that can take a hit if he doesn't have Focus Blast anyway. And or he can miss Focus Blast. It's the only thing that can really take a hit on my team right now. We're going to get Intimidate off. And he's going to set up his Stealth Rocks as expected. He might predict my rocks and go for a Rapid Spin. That would be really nice. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm actually just going to have to go for an EQ here. Because it is neutral damage, and I don't really want to go for a superpower because I don't think it'll do too much. I don't even think, I mean, Earthquake's not going to do much either, but I really don't want to take that defense drop for no reason when he could probably just go for a Gyro Ball. Oh, he has Explosion on this thing. Gyro Ball, Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, and Explosion. So this is the opportunity he's been waiting for. He's not going to take me out, thankfully, but that is still a lot more damage than I wanted to take. He's actually free to go out into his Go-Goat here, but his Go-Goat is paralyzed. So basically, I have to rely on hacks. I have to rely on hacks right now. He's going to go out into Alakazam. Then again, look at how little of... Oh, Trace the Intimidate. Very good. Very, very, very good. We're going to actually go ahead and we kind of have to let this thing go. We're going to go for knockoff, hope that I can take one hit. He does have the Dazzling Gleam, though, so we are not going to be able to take that to any sort of bank. That is a check that they will not cash. This week, we got popped. We got served dinner on a bronze platter. So we can go out into our Porygon here. There's still a little bit of hope, slight glimmer. Slight glimmer. What I would basically need to happen here is I need like a freeze. Honestly, that's the only thing that can win me the game. I'm gonna go for the Tri-Attack because it is the most damage, and I really need a freeze. It's the only way I'm coming out on top. He is going to withdraw Alakazam. Didn't I kill some? Oh, no. We didn't get the kill for... Oh, he's going to actually go on into base Goat, which is really weird because I almost went for the Ice Beam. I was really close to going for the Ice Beam. I'm fine being out here with this base Goat because I can finish it off with an Ice Beam here. I think an Ice Beam should finish him off. Slight chance that it won't. But if we can get some sort of points in this week, that would be fantastic. We're going to go for the Ice Beam now. Porygon, will you finish this guy off? No, you will not. Will he get fully parried? No, he will not, and he will get his Leech Seed off, unfortunately. That is worst case scenario, to be completely honest with you guys, was that right there. Now, he does still have a Lantern. I think the best thing I can do right here will, I don't know if I don't think a Tri-Attack will kill from that range. So I am actually going to go for the Ice Beam. He could take advantage of that and go out to Lantern, but he does not. Porygon does get 1 kill, so that's going to be 2 kills for us. And the gosh darn Forge just actually exploded on itself. So we're not going to lose any HP because there's no one for the Leech Seed to sap to. And he's going to go add into the Conductor here. Possibly go for the Superpower. I don't think it matters. I think this game is all but wrapped up. We can actually just go for the Ice Beam here. And he is going to go for the Superpower. I might take that depending. It just depends. Can I take it? I live at 6. He gets a defense drop. Not that it really matters. This Ice Beam. Ooh, we see the Life Orb. I don't think an Ice Beam will take him out, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I could have got... Oh, Porygon 2 just barely misses taking him out. He's going to get some Leech Seed recovery, unfortunately. And that really stinks, because had I gone for Recover, I actually could have... I wouldn't have taken him out next turn, but his attack would have dropped. I might have lived another Superpower. But it looks like this Honchkrow is going to finish things up for him. He has every reason to go for a safe Sucker Punch. He is at -1, but Jolteon is pretty frail, and I did take Stealth Rock damage. He also is still packing the Life Orb, so... I just went for Thunderbolt, realizing that that definitely sealed my fate no matter what. Even if I kill this thing, I should have gone for Shadow Ball. I die, so it doesn't matter. So, literally, this is going to be the lowest week of Pokemon Scrabble. The Honchkrow is going to go out to Life Orb Recoil, so we don't get any points for that. And we lost that whole entire game. We haven't got popped on Pokemon Scrabble in a couple weeks, like I said, so it doesn't hurt to lose once in a while. It puts you back into perspective. Greg got a nice 2-0 on me. He had a very solid UU team, definitely. We only actually scored 4 points this week. So, magic number 4, probably the title of this episode. Maybe you guys thought it was a 4-0, but it's actually 4 points. That's going to be it for this week. Make sure you leave a like rating on this video and go check out all the other conductors here on LumioStation. Seriously, you guys are the reason we do everything we do on this channel. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.